Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, July 27, 2023, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We have a Reverse Aging Health Call tomorrow night at 9 p.m., around 9 p.m. Eastern. In the beginning of any truly awesome adventure in this life, we first need a reason or motivation for going. We need a desire to move us forward no matter what challenges or obstacles may come our way. And to find the source within you is like finding a secret palace in the mountains, in the Himalayan mountains, that is entirely made of gold and blue diamond. There is every possibility on this journey that you will be stopped, feel blocked, and become deeply distracted by something more appealing along the way. It is a great chance that you will be enticed with seeing something so seductive and exciting that you may forget that the Golden Palace existed at all. Think it was just some far-off fantasy and call off your entire search to find it. To gather up motivation, energy, and discipline for this 52-mile mountainous adventure on foot, you first need to dive deep inside yourself and ask for real guidance. You start right now with looking within and asking to meet with your unstoppable true nature. If you wish to discover a truly magical life that you love, the first destination is to go deep within you and find that which does not die. The God, the pure consciousness. All that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. The journey into the core of our being may seem impossible, since we are already there in some way. Yet it is the discovery that always continues to reveal itself in a new, outrageous way. The finding of our deepest inner truth, our authentic self, and our real true nature is one that we will cherish for a lifetime. When we find our greatest potentiality, every other goal in life seems pale in comparison. This adventure into the core of you, where you reveal your soul's unlimited energy, is the same place you'll discover the divine power to reap the harvest of your life's greatest dream. Everything, without exception, that you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Course in Miracles. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Set the intention right now to dive deeper into your innermost core this week. And that each day you'll be going deeper than you've ever gone before. You'll need to know and trust that you can truly relax and be quiet enough to find it. It is the energy of trust that is essential for your highest experience of existence. Totally trusting the process of relaxation and letting go of resistance to it is absolutely necessary. It is that free soul who has unlimited perceptions about reality and no limits on what is actually possible and impossible. This type of mind has to trust existence to survive. To access the most magical foundation within your being, you'll simply need to do the easiest thing in the world. Relax and become very still. You'll need to let go of all your efforting and just do nothing. You may think you need to hold your mind still in such a way that it no longer is moving at all. Yet this may only make the mind more jumpy. When you simply practice letting go, letting everything in this universe be exactly the way it is, you'll feel a subtle calm sensation in your heart, and something will tell you that everything is perfectly okay. Eventually, the mind will relax and find peace, which will allow you to rest and fall into the innermost core of your being. The most amazing things manifest in this life the very moment we get out of our mind, out of the way. We get our mind out of the way. We actually get out of the mind. We get our mind out of the way and open ourselves up to being fully in this eternal moment of now. For some people, a universal understanding of this life instantly begins flooding the mind. Our body may feel tight and tense right now. Yet when we relax into the innermost center of our being, we will find that all tension instantly melts away. The key to this is to learn how to relax deeper into the now. And just trust that your soul's true infinite existence will guide you and show you the way to let go and find a greater trust in life. When we trust that this universe never makes mistakes, that it knows no limits how far it reaches into you, and it's always creating everything totally perfect in every way, you start to see that life is divinely perfect exactly as it is. When you realize the perfection that life already contains, then you will stop fighting it. When you realize the perfection that life already contains, then you will stop fighting it. It is only through the energy of trusting in the divine perfection that you can relax all internal efforting, dive deep enough inside you to access the innermost core of your being. This center of your being is where all your real power is found. It is your real magic wand that can create anything you desire. It is the place where this entire universe you are creating in each moment is designed. When you go to where the source of where your thoughts are radiating from, you become the source of life itself. The day you are in touch with the core of what you are, you will be able to grow new roots for stability in your life, branch out into the skies of your true unlimited potentiality. Know that the self is the rider and the body the chariot. The intellect is the charioteer, the mind the reins, the senses, say the wise, are the horses. The roads they travel are the mazes of desire. The wise call the self the enjoyer when it is united with the body, and senses and the mind. Bhagavad Gita. Our magical core is buried deep. It is hidden beneath layers of beliefs, memories, and ideas about who we are. It is not necessarily at the core of our physical body, yet is at the core of our being. To find this place, our body must be totally relaxed and at ease. When this occurs, your mind and all of its layers of thoughts fall away. You must choose to totally be willing to surrender to this experience of your life in this now moment for total relaxation to take place. When the mind simply lets go of all its planning, scheming, and efforting, your body naturally becomes completely at ease and your core presents itself to you. It's good to know that our mind is our ticket to prison or freedom. Our mind is our ticket to prison or freedom. By understanding that we don't know everything there is to know just yet, we open our mind to an entirely new world of possibility. One of them is that we are living in a super powerful manifesting vehicle in a multidimensional infinite universe which has unlimited potentiality and energy to create anything. Let this idea open your mind right now. Drop all limited perceptions you used to have about what is possible and what is not. This is the greatest opportunity of a lifetime, to be open to that anything is possible. Allow this moment to sink down into your body. Follow it into your deepest, innermost essence, where you can relax, connect, the most fertile soil, your soul. Your core essence is the only place you can experience the truth of who you are. It is where you will know yourself as divine. It is not through a new idea presented by the mind that you'll uncover this awesome discovery. It is only through the heart of your presence, the spiritual source of you, where you can reveal the only thing that is truly real, which is not hard to do. It's a simple exploration that only a childlike curiosity can handle. So look deeply inside. You are this true essence already. It is what you've been searching for your entire life. It is so close to you that if you're using the mind at all, you'll miss it. Now, this profound inner experience doesn't happen by thinking about it or trying to make it happen. In fact, it's just the opposite. You drop into it when you have let go of all efforting, completely stop thinking, and simply start resting and relaxing into your innermost being. It's not through your head that the real answers in this life are found, but your heart that you can experience enlightenment. A cosmic creative energy rushes in the instant you let go of using your brain to try to attain it. And relax your body into whatever you are right now. You may not understand this completely, that the greatest opportunity of a lifetime is simply to be here now. The greatest opportunity of this lifetime is simply to be here now. When we allow this moment to sink into our body, we become complete with life, and life becomes complete with us. We instantly fall into ourselves again and again and again. We discover that our deepest, innermost essence was always here. And to connect with it is as simple as passing a rake over the fertile soil, your soul. And simply reach down and touch the dirt, and you'll discover the magical core of your being instantly. You can instantly realize that you are, and always were, intimately connected with an all-powerful, intelligent energy that is already helping you manifest everything you desire. They were already magical. We're already manifesting beings who were simply conditioned and programmed by parents, siblings, schools, teachers, TV, and media to think we were not. Once we know that we are very powerful, we don't have to exercise this power. We can simply manifest anything we want at any moment. Since most people around us are most likely still asleep to this knowledge, it will take every bone in our body to create the strength needed to wake ourselves up completely to it. Almost every human being on this earth becomes lost in the illusions and beliefs of others. We came into this incarnation with blinding past karma to clear away, and are thus deeply unaware that there is a great divine source emanating already within our very being. When the mind is habitually distracted by thoughts, constantly getting lost in a vast sea of things, ideas, future concepts, and memories, it forgets the real reason we are here, to find that golden castle hidden deep in the hills. Yet sometimes, even though we may think we are sidetracked, if we have not totally forgotten the possibility that there is a greater power inside of us in this now moment, we are almost all the way home. We just need to make it our number one priority if we wish to access it 24 hours a day. The only way we could possibly miss finding the magical core of our being is by being distracted by some thought inside the mind. There are many things that the mind believes is more amazing and will do anything to get us there. It will want to work harder to get us there, and yet once it arrives, it will doubt that we have arrived. When we are living up in our head, always following the mind, imagining this and that, we will feel lost. This is normal and the right experience for those who live in between their ears. When we are connecting with our innermost magical being, the mind seems like a dry, thirsty desert, and we are already swimming in the vast ocean. When we've arrived at our magical core, we will notice that the images in our mind will change. Yet we always will feel connected at our core to the source of this life. We will feel free from the mind, and yet able to use the mind to redirect us back into this magical core essence of who and what we are. Accessing our magical core is not about creating a new experience of you or a bigger understanding of who you are. It's more simple than that. It's all about diving into what your experience of this life is. It is right as it is right now. You don't realize how much you are trapped up in your head. Thoughts are always flying by, and you're still attempting to deal with them. Don't touch the thoughts. Just watch them like they were clouds far, far, far away. When life gives you a great challenge, such as how to master your mind, the best way you can meet this divine opportunity is to just feel calm, relaxed, and at ease inside. Know that practicing this in itself will master the mind. The day you can remain truly relaxed all the way to your core all day long, then you'll know you have arrived. The magical core of your innermost being is found through this infinite and dive deeper and deeper inside you. It is the most sacred and awesome thing you can explore with your life in this universe. Reality comes shining through when we return to what is real. The innermost core of our being is actually the only thing that is real. Everything else is transitory. The mind and its excessive worry-filled imagination was our everyday reality, yet could change as swiftly into a cosmic consciousness with our next breath of air. All it needs is a tiny opening in the door of your being. The very moment your mind has found the source of stillness inside, you will know this truth. This innermost core of your being is the final frontier we are here to explore. At the core of you is the spiritual source of existence. It is what gives you life, breathes life through you, and is the reason for all enjoyment, pleasure, and freedom from suffering. It is what you really are when the continuous mind chatter gets quiet, when you truly explore the source from where every little thought arises. You simply experience a unique yet eternal expression of yourself. We'll call your beingness. The result is absolute freedom and the realization that you always had the option to be free from suffering, and will have that option forevermore. When we do arrive at the core of our being, we authentically feel in touch with everything in this life. There is this 100% honest relationship that naturally happens with others, and we cannot lie to anyone or anything. We are with ourselves in a way that we can only speak our greatest possible truth. If we were to lie about something, we would instantly feel a great disconnect and subtle pain with our core. A small fib makes us feel a million miles away from home and living on some imaginary cloud made of unstable thoughts. It is only when we speak our truth, dive into feeling the truth of who we are, and live from this radical honesty, that the magical core is naturally revealed. Receptivity is your personal effort. You must not try to do anything else, for in fact, you can't do anything else. If we are standing in darkness and do our part by opening the door, the light rushes in to meet us. Vernon Howard. We are living in a world filled with energy and information that is extremely impermanent and constantly changing. And yes, our body, our house, our kids won't look the same in 10 years, not to mention the next 40 years, unless you establish a deep connection with the spiritual source of infinite energy inside. Once you do, your body will exist in a state of absolute health and vitality forever. And I mean forever. Our great ancestors did this and lived to be over 900 years old. Now, if you don't believe me, check it out. The unlimited potential energy is always inside us at the core and is ready for us to reveal ourselves to it right now. Massive positive change begins with one simple choice. The decisions to relax deeply in the experience that we are having right now. Once we consciously and continuously choose this, we can release our rushing habit and lifestyle that believes there's something better than here now. Only then can we access the ability to give ourselves permission to relax. When we have no concept of time and are truly honoring the timelessness, the timeless, eternal being that we are, we can actually relax into the core of our innermost being. Notice how we push and pull against time in our life. How do we force life to be something other than what we are? How are our relationships with people, situations, money, job, and ourselves? Is it stressful? How often do you go with the flow or struggle to move upstream? Just notice what your relationship is like with time and what type of relationship with time that you can have that will truly satisfy you. If you are used to thinking, how can I get more XYZ and get away from ABC, then you'll never find that golden palace with its diamond floors and walls. Even when your desires get manifested, the ego is pleased just momentarily. What does it feel like to release the idea that our desires need to be achieved at a certain time and move into the present moment of feeling, what is my experience of life in this now moment? When we are simply here now, the blissful peace and a magical stillness arises within our very being. When the mind is silent, not asking but receiving life, the Shakti energy has nowhere else to go but into you, because you are now here in stillness. Now, we can maintain the deep stillness inside for several weeks, months, or even years, depending on how much internal, mental, and emotional negative thinking habits we've stopped analyzing and repressing on the inside and started letting them fully go as they arise. By abiding in this space of stillness inside, something magical occurs along the way. We start seeing our dreams and desires become manifested before our very eyes. By staying present through the now, paying close attention to the innermost core of your being, watching the mind play out its drama, and not being attached to the scenes, you become an exotic master of your life. The twisted truth of all of this is that if you can just relax, you simply cannot miss the magical core of your innermost being. There may be lifetimes of issues in your way, yet you don't have to figure them all out to drop into a state of relaxation inside. Once you realize that your mind has been working so hard, trying to achieve so much in the outer world by strategizing, analyzing, and constantly efforting, you simply let it go. And you just relax into your core, see the powerful manifester you already are. Sometimes our innermost magical core may be buried underneath layers of resistance that cannot be easily moved. Yet we can start to uncover the surface by asking ourselves those things that we most need to know. Try on these questions and see how they hit you. How can you best contribute to others on this planet? How can you best contribute to others on this planet? What can you do to make life purely enjoyable all the time? What can you do to make life purely enjoyable all the time? What changes can you make in you so that your love life really shines? What can you do to make life purely enjoyable all the time? What changes can you make in you so that your love life really shines? When you start to dig inside you and find out why you are here, what your contribution is to this world, you'll have to pass by that which is already at the innermost core of your being. The bigger truth is that every obstacle in our life is a ticket home to ourselves. Whether you like your life or not is always a choice of perception, an attitude towards it. When you set aside those negative fear-based thoughts that have been sending your mind into doubt, worry, and skepticism, and consciously move closer to this place of a quiet mind within yourself, you will relax. Once you relax into the softest, most gentle, and quietest place, you'll soon find the innermost core of your being, the God, the pure consciousness, the heaven. When you are able to clearly be quiet, speak your truth, and not be afraid of your greatest energy, you will wake up in the golden castle, realize that you were living here all along. Khalil Gibran made a statement. Knowledge of the self is the mother of all knowledge. So it is incumbent on me to know myself, to know it completely, to know its minutiae, its characteristics, its subtleties, and its very atom. In this moment, in your body, right here and now, look inside towards the source of your thoughts. Where is this thought coming from? Keep looking within. Do not give up. Eventually you'll connect with your spiritual source. Does this place feel more connected to the core of your innermost being? It's where you get to shape and redirect the experiences you want to create. What would your week look like if you started every day from this space inside your being that is all powerful and conscious all the time? Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. All that befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him, happens as a result of his state of consciousness. A man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves, all that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you can change your outer world. Neville Goddard. This, I believe, is one of the most profound discoveries that this civilization will ever make. That they're the creators of their own life. They're the creators of their suffering, pain, sorrow. They're the creators of their joy, happiness, and bliss. Everything, every smidgen you create. Whatever you are thinking, you're creating. You could be opened, right? In the now, listening to your breath, and then you can send out to the universe something that you want. And you're open to it. So in that now time, you send that out to the universe. And you let it go. Now, one little doubt, one smidgen of a doubt will turn it off. And it will not be manifested. Now, obviously, the majority of us haven't a clue that that's what happens. One of the most exciting things that we discover is that what we were programmed with is wrong. In most cases, it's totally off base. What do you believe would take place if many of us, from deep within our souls, our heart mind, believed that we were omnipotently powerful, supreme, immortal, manifesting beings? What do you think would go on? It'd be real interesting, wouldn't it? Maybe, just maybe, many of the things that we are flowing through wouldn't have taken place. Maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't be on this planet. We would be somewhere else. We'd be in another planetary system. How do you believe that things would go when we finally understand that everything is temporary? You live 900 years, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 years, and so on in the body, right? But you know that eventually you will leave that body. And all of that stays behind. And most of us fear this, fear it, because we're too attached to too many things. But we know it's temporary, and that's it. You can have billions of dollars, but the day will come where you will leave that body, and that billions of dollars stays behind. You can have beautiful homes, everything you could ever wish for, but you also know that it's all temporary, and it will be left behind. So some people would say, well, then what's the use of it all? What's the purpose? To enjoy it while you're in the body. You believe that we would enjoy it much more when it's presented in that context? I believe so. I believe we would. Do you believe that we would be in much deeper gratitude? I believe we would. Knowing that this will pass, that we will leave it behind. Your name, your personality, your character, your status, everything. Your friends, your relatives, you will leave behind. It's all temporary. And on top of it, we all know that we don't know, at this stage right now, we don't know when we will leave the body. Even when we have the understanding and we have the immortality of the body, we still don't know when we will decide to leave the body. But try it in the quiet time of this meditation. Do it. When you realize, and you go over everything, when you're in the now and you're focused on listening to your breath, you'll realize that it's all fleeting. But not from a negative standpoint. It's actually a good thing that we finally clarify the understanding that we're here to enjoy these lives. We really are. And all of us deserve the best of everything. We'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out through the mouth. Surrender to the love inside your heart instead of the desires of the mind. Soon a great joy will blossom inside you like a red rose radiant in spring. No matter what the mind tells you, it's never as amazing or important as the flow of love. Keep loving everyone and everything exactly as it is. This is the golden key to eternal happiness. Love your life as it is. It is a temporary gift for you to enjoy. And see if you can accept everyone exactly as they are. They are all reflections of you and how you feel deeper inside. It's so healthy to appreciate who you are and what your life is about. You're here to practice accepting every little thing about yourself. You'll find the source of love is already here inside your heart. Live your life through this source. Rest at that. Know yourself to be nothing but this love source. Don't get so hooked by your ego's desires. They will come and go like the tides. Just surrender into the greatest source of love inside you. Feel into this source today, deeply and completely. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. And we will return here, Friday, July 28, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call, and around 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Stay in the now as much as you can. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, deepest eternal gratitude.